Welcome to the land of the nerd toys once again. Good morning, 10:22 at the Geek House, although I tried going live earlier, but found out that OBS gave me some bad information there. What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka MultimediaJay, and I was fiddling around with this whole YouTube ingest problem because YouTube is having some growing pains as a streaming service. The streaming element of YouTube is, well... we can talk about it with the game going, but let's just say the reason why we're doing a mulligan on this stream is because YouTube, I ran the auto test in OBS, and it said I could get the full 10,000 on the RTMP server on RTMP if I use the YouTube backup server. And the result was the disaster that is now sitting unlisted on the channel. That's right. We have to reset the camera, don't we? Yeah, Smurf-a-vision a little, and it's auto-focusing itself to death. There we go. Let's get this nice and sharp. Get this nice and sharp and set this up at 6,500. So we've switched back to all the new stuff, which operates a bit differently than RTMP. So we have HLS with HEVC and an average bit rate of 4,000 at 60 frames per second. When this finishes processing, I'm going to want to combine this together. I'm going to want to combine this together and see how it performs versus what's on Twitch, which I found out is more RTMP based. But all this streaming tech, this is why I put discussions about streaming under science and technology. For now, though, since the world is still very much obsessed with Hogwarts Legacy, let's continue using ESO as a cheap knockoff of it. Where's my launcher? Watch over there, like some Friday maintenance or something. Come on, load, you piece of junk. I also checked to make sure the computer is not in power save mode, so the CPU throttling with that is not part of the problem here. And I turned up the fans because it's warmer out. All right, folks, you know what time it is. It's time to play some stuff. So while this thing's starting up, so HLS, HTTP live streaming, actually works differently than pretty much everything else out there. It's not actually a real-time connection. It's chunks of data that are being sent out to the server. So I was doing some experimenting last night until I found something where the connection stopped barfing on me. So 4,500 was the recommended bit rate, but I actually got the better results with 4,000, and so that's what we're using today. How's our sound? The connection stopped barfing on me. So there's going to be a bit of latency because I'm running this in normal mode instead of ultra low mode. So anybody who shows up in the chat to check this thing out, I don't see why they would, because we're in a situation with the way things are here. The game looks fuzzy. It's because I'm running DLSS. All right, where is Arthur Shadax? Just upgraded his gear, and we're going to send him through the Mages Guild. This is supposed to be my cheap-ass answer to Hogwarts Legacy, so let's take him through the Mage Guild quests, which means send him off to Daggerfall and all this other stuff. So, technically, HTTP live streaming is a data feed rather than a live connection, so it's kind of like the move from analog to digital, which would explain why there were random stops in the stream earlier, as opposed to, like, signs of lag and stuff. It's a new technology. It's definitely a new technology here. All right. I was over at the castle selling things off. Just let a few assets load because I know this castle's a little hard on the game. All right, let's see here. We're actually going to go... Let's go do the Mages Guild story.
I can do for you?
Mages Guild and the Sigic Order. Anything that has to do with magic, we'll have this guy. Instead of waiting for, like, Qs and stuff, we can level his Destruction staff. Well, we do need to level his Resto skill staff to get him a heal. Because what I'm looking to do with this guy is have him change weapons to go into healer mode. He'll still retain his bread and butter attacks when in healer mode, but let's do this with that then. He'll still retain his bread and butter attacks as a healer, but I'm basically looking for this guy. I'm basically looking for this guy to be able to cast every spell in the game. So anything that looks like something an arcane spellcaster would use. So Mages Guild, Sigic Order. Hey, there's one of those swirls that I'm talking about. So whenever there's a hiccup, let's see here. So that's the problem. That's the problem with this connection and the way that it works, is that if the data gets backed up for whatever reason, which I think is going to be when the CPU is slammed, if the data is backed up for whatever reason, it's going to freeze the stream. So let's turn on the CPU monitor and see if that's the case. Yeah, so HTTP, are there any programs we can close that might be doing background cycles? No, everything's minimum on this login as it's supposed to be. So that's the problem, is that what we have here is a data feed rather than a live connection. So because of that, any glitch in the data causes a glitch in the stream. It's literally like analog to digital. It's like when your TVs went digital and you went from getting snow when the signal sucked to getting artifacts and freezing when the signal sucked. The upside of this, besides the intermittent freezing, though, is supposed to be... Go to Daggerfall here. The upside of this is supposed to be that you'll get higher quality at lower bit rates. Yeah, I see how the preview just do it again. That was because of some CPU stuff. Right, yeah. Well, this is going to be interesting, and it's going to bring the tech videos into what I'm experimenting with here. I have half a mind to install MSI Afterburner and run the overlay so you can actually see the CPU usage in real time, and we can technically add a technical aspect to this role-playing game.
Excuse me, please.
And stuff like that.
I have a message for you.
It's going to be Arthur and Amber. All right. So Daggerfall is usually where a lot of assets load and there's glitches. So let's see. 356. I actually think you're seeing the stuttering that happens in game that I see here when it's loading assets. It doesn't do it as much as it used to. Yeah, see, it just cut the... Well, you can watch the frame rate down in the corner to see when that happens. So I'm trying to differentiate between the stutters that this game does because of how it works and how it pounds the hell out of your resources, and the stuttering caused by using HLS, because HTTP live streaming is going to cause some random stuff like that simply because of the way it works. All right. Long Lost Lore says return to the Mages Guild. I don't even know what quest that is. Let's just go see if we can turn it in. And then start the mage. This guy is in the Mages Guild? Oh, yeah. He was already working on the...
to discuss, you and I.
He was already working on the quests. All right, what do we have here?
Were you successful? Do you have the tomes?
Did I get this guy into Sheogorath, Sheogorath's domain yet? Let's see here.
Well done. You're already proving your worth to the guild. Sorry, did you say strange? What happened?
You know what? Maybe I should let me just abandon the quest. Yeah, Shalator? Let's just abandon the quest and start it over. Yeah, abandon. There we go. And she's gone. I think that's actually the first...
Yes, that's just in line with the third law of arcanodynamics. Excellent.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much in line with the way things work here. All right.
Well met, Adept. I believe I may have a task for you.
Just start it over. It's been sitting in my quest log forever because I was leveling this guy through the Mages Guild, but I think it's very early in the story, so let's just start it over for stream content's sake.
New members are the lifeblood of the Mages Guild.
Ah, here we go.
Especially for retrieval missions. I've received word about a possible store of ancient knowledge in a ruin nearby. I'd like you to retrieve it for me.
Why, yes, snooty high elf. I'll be your little errand boy, even though my guy is the most ripped sorcerer in High Rock.
Along the coast to the north lies the Ayleid ruin known as Silum. If you please, investigate the ruin and bring back any interesting books you can find. The ruins of Silum are a dark and dangerous place. Tread carefully, Adept.
Yeah, it's a delve. It'll be pretty easy. Revelio! Oh, man. That's stupid. How we doing with performance on the outbound stuff? A little bit of stuttering caused by the game, I can see that. 76%, 88% CPU outloads assets. Graphics card is at 58%, so we could turn on some more eye candy if we really wanted to. Got almost 80% in the CPU. Get this guy out of town. Silum, I think, is in the north. Now, we may not fly on broomsticks in this game, but No, Silim is right outside of town. That's right. Probably try soloing the world boss while you're at it. I gotta get this guy a tanking set and have a little wizard tanking going on. Get some wizard tanking going on here. There we go. Casting real spells instead of twirling wands around like a pansy ass. That's what happens when you leave the world of Hogwarts, school of whatever. You come to Elder Scrolls land. Hi, bandit. Bye, bandit. Anything good in the backpack? A little bit of a style. Oh. Let's go, imps. You and me. Lightning splash. Increase to... Yeah, that's right. I am leveling these things, aren't I? Let's see what the morphs are. I should be leveling this guy's resto staff stuff, though. So that way he can get the... He doesn't have a burst heal yet. So, technically he could summon Daedra, but I want this guy to be more of a wizard kind of guy. I might have Gregorius Goodmane summon all the Daedra instead, the Stamsork. I might just do that. Or have separate specs for this guy. Have him as a summoner and him as a wizard. Obviously as the wizard spec right now. But yeah, YouTube's ingest problems are something I'm becoming extremely unfortunately familiar with. I went around, there's a lot of talk about Hogwarts Legacy and what it has done to Twitch. Hey, here we go. One of my favorite books about the Daggerfall Covenant. So, people are talking about, oh, Hogwarts Legacy, it's done so well over on Twitch. I was like, well, let's look at the YouTube directory. It's doing well on YouTube as well. Maybe it represents the surge in traffic that's causing all these problems with the ingest servers. Now, but we got to remember one of the big differences between YouTube and Twitch, huge differences, is that Twitch has this formula to it with personalities and the parasocial nonsense and the whole 9 yards. YouTube doesn't have that. Literally, it's just live video at the center of everything. There is no stupid little culture or Monka W's or cool cats or farming caps or whatever. No cap, kappa, that whole thing. There's none of that garbage over here. Part of that, side effects of that, is that every YouTuber can actually have multiple streams going. Now, I'm actually familiar with this. There's a guy who, there's a retro channel guy. He runs retro streams that basically are looping gameplay that he plays on his retro consoles for, like, people that want to see old games and stuff. So, all right, let's see how this works. I think I'm only getting dropped frames with the CPUs. That means it's more reliable. Part of that, though, is because it's not a real-time connection.
Destroy you.
Regeneration! Nice! That's going to help me in dungeon queues. Nice. That's going to help me in dungeon queues. Should probably go... So, you have rapid regeneration, which speeds it up, and then you have radiating regeneration, which heals 2 additional targets. So, healing you and up to 3 nearby allies. In a dungeon group, that means it heals your group if you're all close enough together. Alright, let's take out these all merry Dominion types. Yeah. There we go. Throw some heals around. What I want to unlock with this guy is the slam, this one, Blessing and Protection. We're 3 points away. Oh, that's right. I have Ember set up as a healer. That's right. I have Ember set up as a healer. I should probably give her some more damaging spells. But yeah. So, of course there's going to be infrastructure issues. There's a retro guy. I saw a Retro Gamers channel. He has a feed for literally every retro console that he wants to stream. He has a PlayStation feed. He has an N64 feed, a Super Nintendo feed. Then there's the Brownville Food Pantry for Deer. Yay! Endeavor's done. There's the Brownville Food Pantry for Deer as well. And they run multiple cameras feeding all those deer. So you have each Twitch streamer, or excuse me, every YouTuber represents multiple live feeds So you can imagine why the RTMP servers would get crowded all to heck, and HLS is supposed to do more with less bandwidth. Hence me experimenting with it. You know, I want to get comfortable with this stuff because this is the future. I actually found an article when I was poking around on the internet, as usual. More so now that I'm on vacation, trying to become a day shift guy, and it's not going well. Hey, look! Floating books! See? It's not just in Harry Potter land that we run into this arcane-looking stuff.
Ooh, got to be something good in there.
Well done. I am Shalador, young one, and I think you'll do nicely. Return that book to Velost. Tell her fire will show her the words.
Nice.
Anything valuable in there?
Just some iron ore. My apprentice. My cat-eyed apprentice. We could make this guy's eyes glow if we really wanted to. He doesn't... That wouldn't make any sense, though. Yeah. Wouldn't make any sense. It's not divine. It would have to be like purple or something for arcane magic. Arcane and Daedric magic, although he's not doing much Daedric stuff except throwing these shards around. Kind of stupid, though. What would normally be attack spells in other RPGs are weapon attacks with destruction staff. Like fire, frost, and lightning are all done with weapons in this game, unlike in other Elder Scrolls games where they're cast. Yar, I'll throw my jagged Daedric Oblivion things at you. There used to be an AE version of this, too. Alright, one more point, and I can finally have a real heal, and I can start leveling Destro with this guy. The hell? Dominion. Oh! This is the boss! Yay! Weird tree stuff. Don't need any of it, though. I gave this guy some level 22 gear. Julianos and Magnus gear. Both double magic. Double magic, double throughput. Until I get him some crafty Alfie at max level. Alright, let's get him with some of the Force Lightning. What? He's not barely gaining any ultimate. What the hell's up with that? Come on, we got Force Lightning for Pete's sake. Yeah, a couple more books to dig up. We already took out the boss. Alright. Should get him some alchemy, too. Get him some potions involved. Shadax, the guy that this character is based on. Shadax from Solstice on the NES, this guy's based on, was a big potion dude. Yep. He's a Breton, so he can throw around lots of spammable skills like this. I imagine you could probably spam those for an extremely long time with the emphasis on regeneration that Bretons have in their racial abilities. So he's doing like 27,000 DPS, too. Of course, he does have all DPS stuff. What does he have for... Oh, he has the Mage for Amundus. We got to go fix that. After we get out of here, we'll go grab the Apprentice, which gives more spell damage. We go to Bangkarai for that. If need be, we'll go on an adventure to get it. I think I've given this guy that for the first time. I haven't leveled this guy since before the meta got changed. So now you choose between harder hitting but less spells or being able to cast more spells with a bigger magic pool. I think healers would be more interested in the big magic pool and regen, whereas DPS would we can get ourselves a heal now. All right. Oh, wait, one more point. We got to level up one more point in restoration staff. Hopefully we get a skill point from this quest, because I'm not going to have enough skill points to morph it. Of course, since I'm looking... Oh, werewolves. Just what the doctor ordered. Still only 356 drop frames. I'm just going to see how the quality shakes out at 1080-60 at only 4,000 with HLS and HEVC using an RTX 2060 of all things. All right, Return to the Mages Guild. Actually, no. Let's go to the Rosy Lion Inn and then go out to Daggerfall and then go to Bangkarai and change the Mundus Blessing. Plus, why'd this guy bug out? Why does this guy have a lightning spell constantly going? I turned off his ultimate, or does that just light up when you have stuff available? We'll see what happens when we reload the UI as a result of this fast travel.
Who wouldn't want such a cozy little home?
Oh, I forgot to turn it off. That's why. Yeah. Yeah, so... Oh, I don't have enough points to reactivate it yet.
I run to her and together we
sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss. All right. Well, all right, let's get out of this little hamlet. Oh yeah, I get a riding lesson at the stable. Oh. Daggerfall being Daggerfall.
My horse.
The stream barf too.
How they hold their heads up high.
So it is CPU related. Either that or all right, 4 hours away from the next riding lesson.
Hear ye, hear ye. Travel through the woods of Daenia is highly discouraged at the present time. An unknown corruption has agitated the usually peaceful spirits of the Vale.
I think, isn't there a Halloween mount that lets you ride a broom in this game? Or is that, I'm getting it mixed up with World of Warcraft. All right, let's see here. Hear ye, hear ye! Before we go back to the Mages Guild, though, let's change the Mundus. See how much harder the spells start hitting for once we change over to spell damage. This guy does have a spell damage weapon. Got 42,000 magic. We should probably go somewhere we can change this stuff out, too. Right, has he ever been to Bankarai? Oh, he's never been to Bankarai before. That's why he doesn't have that Mundus. It's easier to get the Mage Mundus in Stormhaven. Right then. What's the closest we can get? Let's see. Any player housing nearby? Nope, no player housing. So the closest we can get to Bankarai is this part of Stormhaven. Look at all those lore books. They'll disappear when I start reading them all. They'll disappear in chunks, actually. All right, well, let's go for a ride here. Wagons east. Or not. Pick up some more. Go for a little ride here. Get some scenery in for our little test of how well these new streamer toys work. I should have just put that back in the description that we're experimenting with HLS and HEVC. But if you can imagine, you know, YouTube with a $9,000 limit on the old RTMP servers for not every user, every single live stream. Then you factor that in with YouTubers with multiple streams going. It's pretty easy to see why YouTube is having infrastructure problems. Yeah. I verified this for myself too. I went looking through the Hogwarts directory at various streams from people that look like you're from the US and Canada, and there's the same thing over and over again. It was the streams looked like ass. Like they were getting downscaled or something. Yeah, you could watch them in 1080-60, but it was plain as day. What was being sent to the ingest was not 1080-60 at all. So you could tell the quality was just awful. Like some kid did like a finger paint version of whatever game they were playing, like Hogwarts. All right, welcome to Bankarai. All right, so let's see here. We're gonna come in here, grab the way shrine, then we'll go down. We actually go up. Yeah, there we go. Evermore. Grab the way shrine outside of Evermore, and then go up and around to get the apprentice. And I do realize I could go to Tyranny's Friends' player house and get all the Munduses and craft stuff at the Tyri NV Are We Guild Hall, but where's the fun in that? All right, let's see. Well, this is working out a little bit better than I thought it would. I think this will be my new default YouTube streaming setup. So the question I have is, how does this compare to Twitch? What kind of bandwidth can I get out of Twitch? Because I'm looking for the highest quality replays that I can use for videos or footage or making other stuff. So this is the thing, you know, Twitch has done well because of things YouTube screws up. A couple of years ago with the Adpocalypse, or many years ago at this point, the Adpocalypse and stuff like that. Ooh, Dark Magic 24. Uh-oh. So the adpocalypse and falling behind on monetization. You look at the history of YouTube and Twitch, it's very much an environment where Twitch benefits when YouTube screws up. Am I using any magic at all to do this? Or am I just that good? It's a combination of having an efficiency set with an efficiency proc on the Daedric shards.
Dangerous, huh?
We're dangerous, yeah, but the DPS is terrible. Unlockio! I don't know, what's the spell in the Harry Potter game? I guess I could say, the problem I have with Hogwarts Legacy is that I've never been a Harry Potter guy. The fairy tales thing for me, and hocus pocus and crap like that was something I associate very much with childhood. Hold on a second. All right, let's use one of these old people roll-on thingies. I feel like I got a pin sticking in my neck. Ugh, too much hunching forward this morning. Getting old sucks. Okay, here we go. Work it in. A little stretching is good for you once in a while. Speaking of which, only a half hour a lifetime. Only a half hour a lifetime, so I could relax, but I want to actually do something constructive during the daylight hours, then get tired like around sunset. Managed to get to sleep last night without any ZQuil. That's probably why I feel better today. No leftover side effects from the diphenhydramine, or however you say it. Let's see here. Hey, look, a person stopped by. They'll probably leave in like a minute because I'm a fat guy.
You going to enchant something with
Look at
that?
this moron streaming over on YouTube. What the hell's his problem? No, none of my regulars are going to be here. What? Me streaming in the morning? Let's see, West Coasters. 10:49 here in 10:49 at the Geek House. 9:07 in the morning over there. Alrighty then. Let's see here. The only reason we're coming way out here is to get the Apprentice Mundus boon. Have the spells all hit harder. What is dragging this thing? Well, that sucks. That's better. Camera from the YouTube camera was pulling on the cord from this thing. Why don't you just get wireless headsets like the rest of the streaming world? You don't want to mess with batteries and that crap? Plus, lithium batteries, they have their issues. No spoilers. All right, let's see here. Let's head on out and get the hit the Apprentice Mundus boon so the spells can hit harder. All right. Switch off to the Apprentice. You gotta put him down to what? 40,000 magic? 38,000 magic. Okay. 38,000 magic. Whatever. Alright, let's see. We can go back to Daggerfall now. Do we need to go back to... Do we aggro something? Alright. Back to Daggerfall and the Mages Guild, which would mean the Rosy Lion. Actually, you can decon at that office that we have set up in that inn room. Go decon and sell, and then head on over and continue the Mage Guild quests. Still only 356 drop frames, so there are only issues when I slam the CPU, which is in line with what I was seeing earlier. All right, let's see here.
Yes?
No, not there. Next door.
Oh, the clitter-clatter of unwanted.
Get all this crap out of my bags, darn it. See ya.
How may I serve?
What is this, a restaurant? Let's head out of here. Of course, I wouldn't mind if this doesn't look all that bad compared to Twitch streams. I wouldn't mind just staying on YouTube for everything. I'd really rather not even bother with Twitch except to watch streamers anymore. There's nothing that Twitch is good at, except maybe having actual ingest infrastructure. But once again, we have a situation where Twitch's supposed dominance is only one capex away from being rendered obsolete. The minute Neil Mohan and his buddies decide to invest in some of YouTube's hardware, it's all over. Alright, let's see here. Mage Guild. What's up? Change the volume on this thing. It always helps if you turn your headset back up after you've been fiddling with the cord. Alright, let's see here. Fighters Guild getting warmer. This will be more interesting when we get out of Bretonland. Of course, we could just go,
Over here! We have much to discuss, you and I.
What's that portal? I don't think I've unlocked it yet, or can I go there because I've had one character finish the story?
Honestly, why fight a foe up close when you can roast them from afar? Some people call it cowardice. Me? I call it good sense.
The only thing you can't do in player
Were
housing.
you successful? Do you have the tomes?
Yep, and I met Shalador.
Well done. You're already proving your worth to the guild. Sorry, did you say strange? What happened?
How loud is all this? Crank the game all the way up. Hope I don't have trouble speaking over it.
Shalador? Labyrinthian's father, the Spell Mirror's forger. Are you speaking truly? And, this book's pages are blank. Why is it glowing?
It only appeared right after I picked it up and said fire would show you the words. So you probably have to set it on fire, madam.
The spellwrights of the First Era used a special ink that would remain invisible until immersed in arcane fire. Perhaps that's what he meant. We have a brazier nearby burning with such a fire. Let's see what the flames reveal.
Dungeons and Dragons, Wrath of the Dragon God. To unlock the lore of the Terranian mages, set the super rare spell book that you found in some ancient ruin or whatever on fire.
Cast the book into the arcane fire. Fear not. The pages will not burn.
Okay, never mind. That kind of ruins the reference.
Shalador was the most famous archmage of the First Era. His dedication to spellcraft and his commitment to research were unmatched by any before or
How's
since.
Discord going?
Most mages revere him, though he does have his critics.
Let's see here. Streaming, I'm too cheap to get Hogwarts Legacy Part 2. Well, that is kind of what I'm doing here.
Shalador felt that one should earn the right to be called mage. He created many trials to test the spellcasting mettle of men in Myr. His loudest detractors were those who failed those tests.
You know what? Do we have some thumbnail potential here if we stand near a candle and open up a book or something?
Finest wares here.
Let's see here. Subtropical Cyrodiil, a speculation. Oh, man. This is ZeniMax and Bethesda. This is ZeniMax retconning their lore. Now, let's see here. Can I get a thumbnail out of this? Yeah, put the wizard dude near a candle and a book. Let's see. Read. Yeah, read. There we go. Is there a thumbnail here? Because I still have the thumbnail from before. And, of course, we'll put the thumbnail up on Instagram. Now, we gotta get closer. Alright, get Picasa going. Give ourselves a little bit of a thumbnail here. We'll take it off to, yeah. C. Right there. Just make sure we don't take this screenshot when he's blinking. Of course, I do have inferior graphics when doing this, so we're gonna have to soup it up. Auto contrast. See, put a glow on it. Put a glow on it, and then sharpen it. Sharpen it, and how about we add a soft focus on the guy? Soft focus, big, and then amount less. There, we could always cut the size down. Nope, we don't want to do that. All right, there we go, and apply. You could always put a light gradient on this as well. A light vignette on this. On the edges. Just to add to what we're doing here. Does it work though? Undo? Does it add like mystery to it? It doesn't really do very much. Plus, this is supposed to be a thumbnail anyways. Save! We'll put it up on Instagram later too. Live control room! Save. Live control room, change thumbnail. We had the metadata for this thing. Alright. No, don't hit end stream. Alright, let's see here. Change out the thumbnail now that we have something. Unfortunately, it's not going to look as good. But pictures, Picasso, screen caps. We're using an obsolete program for, because it still works. There we go. Save. The whole books thing probably makes it look more like Harry Potter. Let me actually put live control room back. Give me another tab. Let me go to my channel and see the new thumbnail. Come on, load, YouTube. Are you having more than just ingest issues? Reload. It's loading like it's on dial-up. I'm too cheap to get Hogwarts. I don't see any more drop frames, though, so he didn't pound the system enough to make it screw up again. Too cheap to get Hogwarts Legacy Part 2. We'll send that to Instagram later. Oh, you can actually first-person that. What the? Yeah, you can actually first-person and see the book with a little bit of clipping. All right, enough of this. What's the quest? Place the tome on the arcane brazier. It's over here, right? So how is this an arcane fire if it's still the regular color? Wouldn't it be purple or something? Alicrade, Mingupin, Mouthrow, Aintalia, Sheagorath, I think, has something to do with this, if I remember right. Where's Velast? Let's get kicked out of the guild by stealing from their safe box.
What has the fire revealed?
I can't understand these words. They must be really complex spells.
Complex indeed. Much of this is beyond my understanding, but here, this one is an attunement spell. We can summon Archmage Shalador himself. We'll need some ritual orbs. They'll focus your magicka, attune your life energies, and draw him to this place. The ritual will apparently also link your mind with his.
What does that mean?
It means that the Archmage will be able to guide you and speak to you whenever he chooses.
Right,
Are you ready to begin?
This? All right. Nothing. Please turn off the frickin' zone chat. They're like Dr. Phil in the zone chat here. They're all like, there we go. Boom. Turn that crap off. And we'll reload the UI. Well, let's close the window. I don't need to talk to anyone.
To the center.
They're getting like Dr. Phil in the zone chat.
First, we attune your spirit to Shalador's. Ready. When you're set, use the orb before you.
Finally, something purple. Just what the doctor ordered. Because this guy has something. This guy has a little something too. While we're at it. We should set up a ritual casting as well. So let's go to collections and emotes. Let's put this in the wheel. Hey, where's the... Yeah, so you have to set up the emote thing first. Kiss this? No, ritual casting. Oh, you do it this... Oh, you do it this way. Oh, okay. You open up something to assign... Oh, okay. I was wondering about that. Ritual casting, juggle flame. Anything else? What's ceremonial? Nah.
Knew it! I was right in choosing you. I can sense. Yes, the aura around you glows with good fortune. You will be the one to help me complete my final task.
Still nothing new. Still nothing new for dropped frames, so I think this quality setting is actually working. I'll check for stutters and stuff later. I'm looking on screen too occasionally. I'm not really seeing any issues though.
What I hope to accomplish is difficult, perhaps impossible. It will require great strength of spirit. I sense this strength in you. That is what drew us together in the ruins. A storm rages towards us, Adept. War has come to Tamriel, and the mages of this great guild must have quarter. I intend to offer them a safe haven, a sanctuary where they may study in peace. I created that sanctuary centuries ago. It was stolen from me by an agent of chaos and magically transported to the Shivering Isles. To recover the island, we must locate 4 hidden tomes. This is the task of which I speak. They are being held in the place known as Cheesemonger's Hollow. It is a realm of the mad god Sheogorath. Stand by my side, and I will open a portal.
Yeah, I figured Sheogorath was involved with this garbage. Alright, let's set this up correctly now. A little bit off on some of the dimensions of some of these windows.
Be careful. Sheogorath is not to be taken lightly. I lost the sanctuary because of his nimble tongue and mad stare.
Alright, let's see here. Cheesemonger's Hollow. Alright, let's head into this thing. Realm giving loons, flamboyant ardors, craven mutilators, and mad prince will ply profitless bargains and promise senseless bloodshed for nothing more than the joy and other confusion, tragedy, or rage. Yeah, the Daedric Prince of Madness. This will be interesting. It's kind of a reference to Shivering Isles.
Quaint, immortal. Well, what is it? Here for some noble purpose, no doubt. Spell books? How pedestrian. As it happens, I'm feeling particularly charitable at present.
Is he supposed to look like Stibbins?
After a test of your resolve. This isn't a lending library. If you want the spell books, you'll have to earn them. A portal has been opened, just behind you. Close it, and I'll grant you passage. Close the portal if you can, though you may want to deal with those scamps first.
$11 grand. All right. Before we do that, though, look what's waiting right over here. What? Oh, more Daedra. One hand and shield. Oh, skill book. I say, how am I getting skill line pained completely from a skill book?
This is so much better than reading.
Interesting. Well, I suppose.
All right, give me some books.
That was unexpectedly competent. You'd make an adequate house servant. I don't suppose you'd consider it. The pay is meager, but the fringe benefits are appalling.
No thanks. I want the books.
Pity. The tomes you seek are beyond the door at the top of the stair. Once you're outside, follow the path.
Yeah, enjoy your great
Just doing the
Poupon.
master's will. I will open the door for you. Oh, and mind the scamps. The little imps adore fresh flesh. Such children.
I would expect no less from the Daedric Prince of Madness.
Right this way.
Yes, I know how stairs work, especially Daedric ones that are jagged as all heck. Anytime now, Gramps. He does look like
And
stupid,
please,
though.
try not to make a mess of things.
Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Happy adventuring.
So why can we still talk to him? Oh, hints? I don't need to talk to that guy anymore. We'll figure it out. It may involve setting a few scamps through a few walls, but we'll do it. Alright, Shivering Isles. Where are we here? Is it nighttime or is that part of the Daedric thing? Oh, here we go. I don't think she needs to be a super healer.
Am I in trouble?
Alright. Change out spells. She should throw a few more spells around. Like Crystal Blast. Shocking Burst. Let's see. Entomb. Well, we should give her at least one heal. Quick Fix. There we go. Oh, she already has two heals, 2 attack spells. Good. Give her something she can actually throw around. Alright, any more Daedra hiding around the corner? Keep forgetting sorcerers have a finishing move. Let's see here. I'm just not used to using finishing moves at all, though. Why is this guy not gaining any ultimate, though?
Someone to play with you!
Guts Ripper, Clan Fear, right? Oh, what do you know?
Bobby doesn't like you, does he?
More floating books, just what we need here. Restoration staff to 15. I could probably start leveling destruction staff now.
Well, well, well. What do we have here?
Actually, yeah, I never did take that skill, did I? No. There we go. Blessing of Protection. AKA a burst heal. A burst heal for resto staff people. Alright, now we can level the other stuff.
Puppy killer? Come to steal me books? What? Who? Where? What? When? Sometimes why? Speak up! Honesty is the best policy, as far as you know.
Alright, give me my tomes.
Shalinor? Ho ho! That pompous Nord and I go way back. I know what he wants. Indeed I do. Ha! His island. He wants to steal it back. How I love a challenge! Now where's the sport in that? I tell you what. I'll give you 1 book in exchange for your heart or lungs. Your choice. No, wait, I have a better idea. Let's have a contest. A contest wrapped in a mystery with an enigma glaze. Oh, what fun we'll have.
This guy's off his rocker, and that's kind of the point.
A few tasks, the odd death trap, Nothing so difficult to say reassembling the Staff of Chaos or rebuilding the new Midium. Take the first book, Puppy Killer, and I'll give you an additional book for each test you pass. Are you game?
Yeah, it's a deal.
Excellent! Cheese and cabbage for everyone! But wait, we should inform Shalidorable of our deal. With any luck, he'll die of embarrassment all over again. I can't wait to see the look on his face. If it's precious enough, I might hang it on the wall.
What's the meaning of this? Sheogorath!
You remember. Ah, Shalidor. You never ride, you never visit. Just now I made a deal with your lackey here. How long have you wanted those books? Eternity?
Your deals are hardly fair. What farce have you contrived this time?
Think of it as an adventure! Ha! And don't worry, I've got a surprise for you, too. I put a tiny curse on these books, just a small one. Long story short, Shal, you can never read these books.
Curse you, mad god!
Boring! Be more imaginative, Shal. Like, curse you, mad god! May you become cheese eternally gnawed by skeevers! Unfortunately, I have no more time for constructive criticism. Do stay in touch.
Alright, speaking of books, what's on this? Why would he have that in a bookshelf? First, Daedric Prince of Madness. What the? Why on earth is this guy... How come this guy can't sprint? Reload UI. We bugged it out again. Oh, is this going to crash the game or take 10 minutes to load? Yeah, I got locked out of sprinting. Usually there's a bug where I'm stuck sprinting all the time and can't use any skills. So sprinting literally was just... Alright, let's see here. No, still can't sprint. There must be something weird in this level. It literally... It's... Somehow I'm speed debuffed like that.
Curse the mad god. I don't know what game he's playing with you, but I do know the stakes. That's true. Though without my help, it will take Velast considerably longer to translate it. I'd like you to return and let her know the bad news. I'll send you back to Tamriel then. Are you ready?
Alright, let's see if I can sprint, and if that was just some screwy thing in that stage. Alright. Yep, it was just a screwy thing.
Lost in a place like
Over
this.
here!
A screwy Sheogorath thing.
Favorite parts
you and
about
I.
cities.
Alright, let's see here.
You radiate an aura of power. Does this mean you have the books? Tests? Well, that's a start, I suppose. What of Shalidor? He was drawn away from here in a burst of light.
Sheogorath had some old business with him.
Not good, not good. I'll start translating this right away, but I hope Shalidor returns to help. Zarxus' backside! Then this is going to take a while. Check in at a guild hall from time to time. I'll leave word for you when I've finished. In the meantime, keep an eye out during your travels. There are many lost tomes scattered throughout Tamriel. Who knows, any one of these books may help us restore Shalidor's lost island
Ithea,
haven.
that's what it's called.
Pardon me, I must begin this translation. These runes? Fascinating.
Oh yeah, I remember this story now. It starts messing with her.
Terrifying, isn't he? The will and attention of a child with the power of a Daedric prince. Well, look on the bright side. You're still upright on 2 legs. You're not inside out or bright purple or afflicted with new angry limbs. It could be worse.
This book appears to be blank. It's interesting because there's a skill you get later on where you can recall any of the lore books from memory. I'm curious how many people have ever recalled the Forgotten Tome just for the heck of it. There's another mage group that I want to probably get summoned immediately because this guy is like, or is it based on your level? All right, Sigic Order.
Oh, good. I didn't want to walk.
Let's see. We can also fast travel there, but where's the fun in that? Plus, I want to get some more footage for our little experiment here. Whoa! Ha! Stutter coming off the bridge. That doesn't screw up the stream now, does it? Let's see here. Head on out to... We could go... We don't have anything in Artaeum yet, except for the villa. Well, let's have some little benefits of having a character that's already gone further in the game. Artaeum. Okay. This probably is going to automatically give me this thing. Can I join the Sigic Order? Can I join the Sigic Order as is? What happened to my mini-map? There we go. The mini-map's an add-on, so... The other magic-looking thing we'd want to join is the Sigic Order, which would allow access to extra treasures throughout the world. All right, where's Ember? Of course, any excuse to hang out in the High Elf areas. This isn't all that bad for 4,000. Once everything finishes processing, well, we probably should make this a shorter stream then. You know, maybe break for lunch. Maybe break for lunch and do part 3 in the afternoon. I'm out of notifications, though, because of the screwball stuff from earlier. All right, let's see here. Artaeum Way Shrine. I think that's actually... What's this? Visit... Oh, that sends you to Somerset. That starts the Somerset main quest. Yeah, you're not really supposed to be out here until you're actually doing the main quest. But I have to do part of the main quest in order to join the Sigic Order. Alright, let's see if we can even access any of the NPCs. I don't think we can. I think we have to progress in the story. If I remember right, I think Valsaren's study? Let's see. Can you... Are these rooms all going to be empty until I progress in the story? Looks like it. You have to start the Somerset story in order to unlock the Sigic Order. Let's see, yeah, this isn't gonna work. Nope, can't even use that one. This is what happens when you cheat with player housing, Jay. Oh, shut up. Let's see here. Yeah, I can't see anything, as I haven't gotten to the point in the story where... No? Isn't she actually the one who gives the quest?
Old ways protect you, Initiate. Hopefully we'll have something for you when you return.
That's probably bugged. He doesn't even have any skills for the Sigic Order. He's not an Initiate. It's the player housing broke everything. Well, that would be why Zoss put that breadcrumb device over there. Just past the hour mark. Good time for a stretch break. Actually, yeah, since we're going to start Somerset, let's go to Shimmerine. Wait, what? Where's the exit? There we go. Yep, broke everything because you're not supposed to be here yet, but I have a player house that I can fast travel to. All right, we'll start Somerset then. Well, it's a little cold in here. What are we at for 60? Oh, 68. Adventure awaits. Queen Irene has opened Somerset, home of the High Elves, to trade and travel. Take a boat to Somerset. I could probably just go straight to Shimmerine from this way shrine over here. I think you get access to that right from the beginning of the game. All right, Alinor. Yeah, there we are. click the right thing. Get up and stretch for a bit, refill drinks, and then see if we can get this guy into the Siji Quarter while we're waiting on whatever that cooldown is for the Mage Guild quest. What happened to the game, Jay? I shut it off. Why'd I shut it off? 1.6% drop frames, nearly 5,000 frames. There is literally nothing I can do to stream reliably on YouTube anymore. YouTube needs to deal with this northeastern U.S. ingest problem. I don't know if it's because of Hogwarts Legacy or if it's because of the growth of YouTube streaming in general, but YouTube just doesn't have the infrastructure to be a reliable streaming platform anymore. You mean to tell me I can't even... That was a very simple stream to encode and send out. Just some screenshots, and yet we went from 300 drop frames up to 4,233 in a single intermission, with the CPU usage not even hitting 70%. This is outrageous. I had my best experience with streaming in 2020, and things have just gone downhill since. YouTube, the jig is up. You are not a serious streaming platform until you give a darn about your infrastructure and don't create haves and have-nots where the mainstream media gets express lanes to reliable abilities to live stream and everybody else gets scraps. And I'll leave the horrible looking streams in like the Hogwarts and other directories as hard evidence of this. YouTube has an infrastructure problem. They've grown too fast. People have been plugging them, especially the big streamers that have changed platforms, but YouTube does not have the ingest network that Twitch has. Seriously, I'm at the point where I seriously have to think about either moving my game streaming back to Twitch or not streaming at all. Like I said last time, as we go to zero yet again, it's also not adjusting. It's also, well, it could also go to zero because of the way that HLS works. It's more a matter of the drop frames increasing. And if I look at my stats, the 4,589, those are network drop frames. Those are lost frames due to network conditions. And I know that my connection's pretty awesome. I'm very close to the data center, and it's a hillbilly internet network. It's not like I'm competing with a major city or something with poorly maintained infrastructure. But it's over, you know? YouTube doesn't have the ability to give the little guy a reliable streaming experience. So I think I'm just going to do chat stream stuff only at 30 frames per second, because that seems to be the only thing that YouTube can still handle. Maybe I'm speaking too soon on that. Yeah, there it goes, getting unstable again. At a bit rate, by the way, of only 4,000. YouTube, you're never going to be taken seriously as a streaming platform by the little guy. Stop buying talent to cover up the fact that you don't have the infrastructure compared to Twitch. You're a third of the size of Twitch in terms of hours streamed. You should have more infrastructure that isn't barfing because a popular wizard game got released. Anyways, at nearly 5,000 drop frames, I'm just going to stop right here. This is what it took to get me to seriously think about streaming on Twitch again. And like I said before, Twitch grows because of things YouTube screws up. And this will be just the latest example of that. Neil Mohan, do something about those people making stupid TikTok videos. Fire those people. Spend the money on hardware. Because clearly, to be taken seriously as a streaming platform, YouTube needs it. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.